You're watching NBC3 News at 5.
Welcome to our special live broadcast, Your Town, Liverpool. Good evening, everyone. I'm Megan Coleman alongside Nico Tamurian, joining us now for this wonderful day that we have in store for us as we broadcast live from Onondaga Lake Park.
Such a beautiful day out here, Megan. In fact, a family of ducks, baby ducks, just came to visit us. One of the many charms here at Onondaga Lake Park, so much history. We're going to dive all into it.
Yeah, there is so much to talk about. A beautiful day underway, and we're going to talk about that all-important weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes. But first, let's tell you where we're located. Liverpool is just a short drive away from Syracuse, about a 10-minute drive up 81 North, a community that sits right on the eastern shore of Onondaga Lake.
And we know that Onondaga Lake has such a rich history, right? We all learned about it in school in central New York. What you may not know is this shoreline had so many resorts up and down it, especially in the late 19th and early 20th century. And when we're talking about resorts, there were carnival rides. It was all sorts of things for fans to like: shows, restaurants, dance halls, hotels. In fact, how about a fun fact here? The carousel that everybody sees at Destiny USA got its start at the resorts at Onondaga Lake back in the day. Another interesting tidbit here: you might think with all of the salt manufacturing going on around Onondaga Lake that this lake would be salty, but in fact, it is a freshwater lake. The fish here, we just told you about the ducks as well. So many fish species. In fact, in the 1800s, whitefish from Onondaga Lake was actually a luxury served at fine restaurants in New York City.
Yeah, and as we know, there's been a tremendous cleanup effort over the last many years. This used to be the most polluted lake in the country, and now it is a beautiful spot. A lot of people go out here on boats, they go fishing, so we've seen a lot of changes over here. You know, really, Onondaga Lake Park is a hub of recreational activities. We have seen bikers out here. You'll oftentimes see people walking their dogs in the morning, at night, really throughout the day. People are rollerblading and enjoying all the places that this beautiful area has to offer. You can find paved trails for bicyclists, skaters, and runners. Trams run from the Salt Museum to Willow Bay during the summer. There's a nearly 17,000 square foot skate park here, along with a marina for boaters, a playground for children, and then, of course, there's the Good Dog Park for all of the pets. I know you like to enjoy that with your dogs.
Yeah, all three of them, they loved, whether it's the dog park or, of course, going down the parkway here. Just a fun time for all.
Yeah, so there's a lot more still to come tonight. We're going to taste some great food from Liverpool, including those all-famous Hyde's hot dogs.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's why you're here, really. It's not because Matt's on vacation. You just want to check out Hyde's.
Yeah.
Also, Nico and I are going to hop on board one of the bicycles, the shared bikes that you can rent out here. We're going to show you how that's done. That should be some must-see TV, I think.
Yeah, on location, I challenge Nico. Yeah.
There you go. A lot to get to here from Liverpool, but first, some important news to get to today. For that, we head back to Lisa Spitz. She's in the studio for us tonight. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Megan and Nico. Thanks so much. Let's head back out to Liverpool. That is where Megan and Nico are standing by with our special Your Town series, and another beautiful night tonight, guys.
Oh my gosh, big kudos to Wayne back there, because he has provided, I think we're 5 for 5 in terms of our forecast for Your Towns tonight. Lisa, we have a whole lot still to come live from Liverpool tonight, including the Surrey bike. It's one of the bikes that you can rent out here and pedal, and we're going to take it on. We're going to see how we do.
We're going to see how that all shakes out. Brandon Roth, he's at a Central New York staple, was actually featured on Man vs. Food a few years ago, so you probably already know what we're talking about, but Brandon will be there when we come back.
Welcome back to our Your Town broadcast live from Liverpool tonight. The sun is shining down upon us. It's a beautiful night. And you know, Nico, a lot of people out here biking and walking their dogs, taking a stroll here tonight.
It's like a live brochure of Onondaga Lake Park. It's a beautiful day. And Wayne, I know he's focused on our street hockey game with the Crunch tomorrow.
Yes.
But he came through today for sure.
He certainly did. Wayne is back in the studio now tracking the forecast. Wayne, we miss you, but I will say you are coming through with these forecasts. This is just phenomenal out here tonight.
Hey, love it when the forecast works out right. 5 for 5, as you mentioned, Megan. 5 for 5 with great weather for Your Town series. And there you are, Megan and Nico. Beautiful Liverpool tonight. Now back to Megan and Nico in Liverpool. It's Your Town, Liverpool right now.
All right, Wayne, thank you. I think 3 thumbs up to this forecast here tonight.
Absolutely. And really, when you think about a perfect summer Central New York day like this, it's a walk at the Parkway, right, to kind of enjoy the weather. And then you got to hop over to Hyde's. You got to get the mixed double or the Hyde's double. The fries are good. And then, of course, you can get ice cream after.
You have to wash it down with ice cream.
You have to. It is the perfect. It is just synonymous with Central New York summers. It's awesome.
That's where our Brandon Roth is live tonight at Hyde's, one of the most popular places during the summer months here in Liverpool. Hey, Brandon.
Hey guys, well, when you talk about local landmarks, Hyde's here in Liverpool is the first name that comes to a lot of folks' mind, and for good reason. The iconic restaurant has served as a gathering place for generations of families who come back here each year to enjoy the restaurant's legendary hot dogs. They've been grilling up Franks and Conies at Hyde's of Liverpool since before just about anyone can remember.
There you are. You have a wonderful day.
And in all of those years, not much has changed.
We try to keep the tradition going. That's why we really haven't changed much.
A big part of that tradition are the Hoffman hot dogs served here. Red Hots, whites, and snappies.
The flavor is amazing. The casing, the snap is unbelievable. You really can't find the casing and the snap on any other hot dog.
Joe Giannussi grew up eating Franks and Conies at Hyde's.
I remember coming back in the 50s when all they had was hot dogs and hot dogs.
Hyde's has other items on its menu now, but it is the unique hot dogs here that keep families coming back for generations.
It's a real flavor. It's got a distinctive flavor, yeah. Mm-hmm. And we buy them, we put them on the grill at home. You know, there's something about the taste.
I'll tell you, it is a distinctive flavor, and here's a story you hear a lot. The general manager here, Patrick Winslow, served in the Army for more than 20 years, and he says every time he and his wife would come home back here to Liverpool, Hyde's would be the first place they would stop, and that's a story you hear over and over again. And here's a fun fact about Hyde's you may not have known. They've been serving hot dogs here at their current location across from Onondaga Lake Park since 1931, but Hyde's, the restaurant, started serving hot dogs in Syracuse back in 1886. We're live at Hyde's in Liverpool tonight. Brandon Roth. Guys, let's take it back to you.
Oh, what could be better than a Hyde's hot dog on a warm summer's night?
It really is. It's essential New York perfection right there. And I went there Monday with weekend sports anchor Matt Halsworth. We had to do it. It was a great
that's
time.
right. Well, we have a lot more coming up from you live from Liverpool tonight. Nico and I are going to try to get out on one of these bicycles at 5:30. It is must-see TV. We'll see how we do.
Exactly. And we've talked so much about the great scenery around here. Brandon Roth talking about some of the activities on the water a little later on.
Welcome back to our special Your Town broadcast live from Liverpool tonight. You know, when you think about this area, you might think about the salt industry. Of course, the Salt Museum is right around the corner right here at Onondaga Lake Park. But basket making was really also a big business here, and the willows sold really all over the world. It is a tremendous history here in the Liverpool community. So much to talk about. It was really all because of a German immigrant who realized that black willow shrubs grew here. He wrote back to Germany, telling fellow weavers that they could make a good living here. They made all kinds of items, but the big seller was laundry baskets.
In 1892, 360,000 laundry baskets were shipped out of this little village. And Laura, there were no factories. They were coming from these little workshops in people's backyards.
The plates. Well, you can see some of the old willow weaving sheds. If you look behind the houses in the village, some of them have been lovingly restored and purposed. Or you can also visit the Willow Museum. It's located on 2nd Street here in the village.
And after World War II, Meg, we talk about industry in this part of central New York and Liverpool, the economy booming after World War II in Liverpool because General Electric decided to move their plant here, and that really started the television manufacturing. Think about it in the 1950s, the TV boom that was really the seed for what we do here today. It's really cool to think about it from that point. And I like this story because way back when, my grandmother actually worked for GE.
Oh, isn't that incredible?
So there's a little bit of a family tie here, yeah, as well. But talking about General Electric here in Liverpool, they broke ground for their Electronics Park campus in the fall of 1944. And after that, they produced on assembly lines at a rate of 120 an hour. GE actually underestimated the demand for television. It's funny to think about that now, and at their peak, they were close to 20,000 workers at their factory in Liverpool.
I can remember the warning that the parents would have. From 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, they didn't want you going down to the village or riding down to the village on your bike because that was the rush hour, and it was really the rush hour. And you could tell, I mean, it was bumper-to-bumper cars, even going out 370.
Now, GE actually phased out the TV manufacturing part of their business by the mid-1980s, but the plant already changed lifestyles. Bayberry was this area's first planned community, and it really started the shift from city to suburban housing that we see a lot of in central New York. And they did more TVs at Electronics Parkway campus, and it was really designed to encourage the creativity. The microwave was there, the pacemaker, and the beginning of GPS technology, which we all use every day, really started here, and it was among many things that they began at that Electronics Parkway campus. And it's so cool to think of, again, something like GPS that we all use when we're trying to get somewhere on our phone. It started there.
Yeah, it's incredible to think GE, the salt industry, the willow basket making industry, all started here in this community.
Absolutely. There's so many stories like that in central New York.
All right, so there is a lot more to come here tonight, including the fabulous food here in Liverpool. We're going to taste this from the Hope Cafe. We're going to taste this and a whole lot more as our Your Town broadcast live from Liverpool continues right after this.
You're watching NBC3 News at 5:30.
Oh.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to our special Your Town broadcast live from Liverpool tonight. Nico and I have hopped on board the Surrey bike to let you know this is a great way to explore Onondaga Lake Park. This is a fun night out here. I'm a little bit timid.
I was already going too fast for us. We had to slam the brake on here.
I think we're doing okay.
I think we're okay.
Riding the Surrey bike in a dress, in our work clothes, but we're doing all right here tonight. So if you are looking for a great way to explore Onondaga Lake Park, hop on board one of the Surrey bikes. You can rent them out here. It's really a fantastic way that you can see the beautiful scenery out here. And there are all kinds of bikes, in fact, that you can rent, Nico.
Yeah, that's just it. There's actually ones you can rent, like you just mentioned. There's a newer one. They're orange and white, and it's part of Cycle Q's. It's a quick bike rental system for park goers. You can rent them from various locations around the park. All you need, modern technology, right? A smartphone to rent one. Once you download the app for them, you can enter your email address, location, a Bluetooth location, unlocks the bike, and you will be on your way. The cost, $5 for half an hour and $25 if you want to do it for the whole day.
All right, so there are other ways that you can explore. We were looking at the conference bike. You can hop on board one of those as well. It's a 7-seat bike in a circular formation. One person steers while the 6 other pedal. They've been used to transport employees on the Google campus in California and icebreakers out of the office, also for fundraising events. So there are really a lot of great ways that you can enjoy the park, enjoy the scenery, and enjoy the weather, which certainly we are having a lot of that today.
Want to just ride this back to work?
I think so. I think so. How are we doing, Lisa?
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Lisa, how are we doing as we toss it back to you in the studio for some of the news headlines of the day?
All right, that was so awesome, guys. Thanks so much for that. Looks like so much fun out there tonight. Now let's head back out to Liverpool. That is where Megan and Nico are having a lot of fun tonight with our special Your Town series. Hi, guys.
Hey, Lisa, what a great evening out here tonight. And you know, hey, it's dinner time. So as all of you sit down for dinner, I think we're going to enjoy ourselves too.
It's how Megan convinced me to be here. Hey, there's food, and we're going to show it to you when we come back.
Well, welcome back to our special live Your Town broadcast from Liverpool tonight on a beautiful evening. You know, this area is filled with history.
Especially when it comes to the salt industry. Syracuse is called the Salt City after all. It has to do with that industry that really got its start around this area. So many kids in grade school, right, used to go on field trips to the salt museums. We love salt potatoes too, by the way. Now, the Salt Museum takes you on a trip back in time to explore this major industry during the 1800s and 1900s. Salt was not mined here, though. Instead, brine was pumped from local springs and sent to boiling blocks. Now, the brine was then boiled. Salt crystals that remained were packed and shipped all over the United States. Taxes collected from the salt really helped finance the construction of the Erie and Oswego canals, and we know what a transformation the Erie Canal had, not just in central New York, but all of America.
Yeah, really incredible to see that history here. You know, another great way to explore the history of Liverpool, if you really want to dive into it, the Skanoa Great Law Center, Peace Center. Listen to this. This is what we found out when we asked what it was all about.
Their cultures intertwined with nature, and it's the idea that we don't own nature. We don't own the earth and all of its natural gifts. We more or less live amongst it. And that's an important lesson for people to learn because we all live on this earth together and we need to take care of it together.
It's a really incredible place that you can learn about the history there. The facility on Onondaga Lake Parkway is operated by the Onondaga Historical Association. It was formerly known as St. Marie among the Iroquois, and you can find out a lot more about that on their website. Well, you know, you've probably caught a glimpse of Onondaga Lake Park, and there's so much to do out on the water. The Syracuse Chargers, they row out there, which is really awesome to see.
Yeah, the premier rowing club, and that's why we sent Brandon Roth to tell us more about what they do on a daily basis.
Take a ride out on Onondaga Lake with the Syracuse Chargers Rowing Club, and you quickly realize this is no ordinary sport.
It's a very mindful sport. And so to have that opportunity to come down here, get on the dock, shove off, and get away from it all for just maybe an hour or two, I think that's a really great opportunity that we have here in Liverpool.
Syracuse Chargers were founded 40 years ago by former SU rowing coach and longtime county legislator Bill Sanford. Current club director Joe Buffano says Sanford saw the sport as a way to bring people in the community together.
His vision was to provide rowing to the community and to, enhance the lives of people in our community.
Sanford's vision for the Chargers is alive and well today. The club features programs for just about anyone who wants to get out on the water and row.
We have opportunities for all aspects of our community, from age 10 all the way through. I mean, we have a 76-year-old that's rowing with our masters.
Georgia Danks and her husband started rowing with the Chargers in their 40s. More than 20 years later, they're still going strong.
There's no time frame involved. You can start anytime, at any age, for sure.
The Chargers also offer a program for local high schools. Olympic hopeful Elena Chris from Baldwinsville High School enjoys being teammates with rowers she normally competes against.
We come from different schools and we can all just row together, and it's just great meeting new friends, new people, and how everyone rows differently and how we just come together.
The Chargers have also teamed up with USA Rowing, SU, and the VA to offer a rowing program for disabled vets. Program Director Larry Lazio says being out on the water can be very healing for some veterans.
One or two guys in particular, they'll talk the entire time they're out on the water. The focus is more social and doing physical things.
The Syracuse Chargers using the healing power of nature to bring people from all walks of life together out on the water. In Liverpool, Brandon Roth reporting.
Oh, gosh, it's amazing to see all the wonderful activities out on this beautiful lake.
Yeah, and so many stories within the Syracuse Chargers. Nobody can say there's nothing to do in central New York.
Yeah.
You just need to look a little further, especially here at the Parkway.
All right, so we have a lot more still to come for you tonight. This is our favorite part of the show. We are digging into the taste testing.
Can I put ketchup on this? Is that allowed?
I think so. We are going to
big debate.
Sample some of the great things that Liverpool has to offer when we come back here on NBC3, live from Liverpool. Welcome back to our special live Your Town broadcast from Liverpool tonight. Joining us tonight, Town Supervisor Salina, Mark Nicotra. Thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Well, we knew you would come when we invited you to eat with us.
Well, I'm hungry. Of course I'm going to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about first Hyde's, because we know this is a huge favorite around here.
Iconic brand, not only around all of Central New York, but certainly right here in Liverpool and Salina. Who can not miss Hyde's Corners, right?
Yeah, that's right. Nico, dive in there.
Mark,
don't be shy.
Sure,
don't be shy,
pleasure.
because we know this is the only reason really Nico came in place of Matt, because he wanted to eat the food
I could
as
talk
well.
SU football and basketball, but I'd rather just eat a hot dog right now.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that at 6 o'clock.
So are you a Coney guy or like a regular hot dog?
Regular hot dog, spicy mustard with it. That's what I like.
Okay, how is it, Nico? Oh, he's chewing.
My mouth's full, but it's very good.
All right, he's giving us the 2 thumbs up. Mark, another really great place that we've come to know and love here in Liverpool is the Hope Cafe. It's right here in the village. It's a great place, and they brought us some really cool samples. Okay.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm excited.
So
I haven't had anything from them.
Let's talk about them. Okay, so this is guacamole, homemade guacamole with Peruvian flair. So, Mark, why don't you go on in there?
All right.
Don't be shy, because
All right,
I know you're hungry,
Should I
so
get
get
a
on
lot
in there. Yeah, you tell us about it. Is there a little kick to it? Is it nice and mild? Like, what are you feeling about this guacamole?
Now, initially it has a little bit of a kick to it, but then it has a mild flavor and aftertaste. So it's not, sometimes you get something that's really hot that lingers. This, you
This
taste
is nice
it a little
and
bit
smooth.
and then it smooths out.
Okay, now this is my personal favorite. I did a sneak sip before, you guys. This is maracuya, Peruvian passion fruit juice, okay? Gosh, that is good. I could drink a gallon of this. It is really good. I'll let you sit. You want to sit?
Is
I'm not
this
sick.
alcohol in there? Or
No.
Because it's Friday. Happy hour.
It could be. I guess you could add something, a little kick if you wanted to, but isn't that great?
That is tasty.
Yeah, you want to try? Okay,
Sure.
so this is wonderful.
Very
and then
good.
finally, if we're talking about desserts from the Hope Cafe, the Liège waffle. This is a real Belgian waffle made with imported pearl sugar. So Mark and Nico, while I have you guys jump in on this, I'm going to bring in Matt Cullifer. He is with the Hope Cafe, and this is a really unique operation in the village because you guys support all kinds of causes. So what is the Hope Cafe for those who don't know?
Absolutely. Well, Hope Cafe is kind of a 15-year dream in the making. We are a local nonprofit, the People Project. We've been working for 15 years, and we've always wanted to do a business of some sort so that we could fund our work. We do work here, and we do work overseas. So far, we've quietly done work in about 12 different nations and touched about 400,000 lives. Now people come, they dine, they eat our food, they try our drinks, and they get to help pitch in.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's fabulous. And Mark, when you hear about these great businesses that are moving into the Liverpool community and doing things like that, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's outstanding. Not only are they serving the community in filling their bellies, but they're doing something good with all this stuff that comes in. So this is outstanding.
Okay, wonderful.
And that was outstanding as well.
Thank you for being here. This is amazing. All right, you guys got to eat. So now I'm diving in. I'm going to get some guacamole and chips because this is too good. We'll wash it down with that maracuya. How did I do, Matt, with my
maracuya?
So good. I love it. Okay, so a lot more coming up live from Liverpool. Thank you, Mark, for being here as well. So good to see you. Much more to come in just a moment. First to Wayne, Nico, because gosh, it's a gorgeous forecast.
And he's got street hockey in the morning with me. We got to win, Wayne.
That's right. We got to win. We're going to win. Get some nourishment there, Nico. All right.
Thank you so much. I'm just enjoying my maracuya, this wonderful passion fruit juice.
That was unbelievable. And that Belgian waffle was something out of this world. It was crazy.
How's that hot dog coming?
I'm trying to eat it during the commercial breaks, but I mean, it's Hides. Of course it's good, right?
All right, so we have a lot more still to come live from Liverpool tonight. We're going to take you live to Sharky's in Liverpool. Brandon Roth is going to hit the beach volleyball. We'll see how that goes.
That is worth the price of admission. You don't want to miss that.
You're watching NBC3 News at 6.
Welcome back to our live broadcast, live from Liverpool tonight. It is your town. We're visiting communities all across central New York this summer. And, you know, it's kind of sad because this is our last stop this summer.
Sign of the season. It's already mid-August, so enjoy it because the next 6 months after, can't really enjoy it like you can right now.
So Matt's on vacation tonight, so Nico is joining us, and thank you for being here.
Arrived with food, but happy to help the team.
It is wonderful. So let's tell you where Liverpool is located. It is really just a short drive away from Syracuse, maybe 10 minutes or so up 81 North. It's a community that sits right on the eastern shore of Onondaga Lake, and really this is a beautiful lake. It was the most polluted lake in America until several years ago when they started doing some incredible cleanup. And look behind us. It's really just so gorgeous. Meantime, the Hope Cafe, we told you about that during our food tasting segment. It is a local cafe that is really on a mission to give back. The Hope Cafe and Tea House is located in the Village Mall on Vine Street. It's more than just a place to grab coffee, tea, or a bite to eat. The cafe provides financial support for local nonprofit, the People Project, which helps a variety of causes, from those battling addiction to counseling services.
We say it's Hope Cafe because it's helping to provide hope for others. So every dollar that's spent here, especially since our entire staff is volunteer, we give a little love offering, that's about it, and you know, lots of food. But we all believe in the vision of what we're doing.
Well, the Hope Cafe is a fusion of Peruvian, Italian, and American food and drinks. Every dollar spent is a donation towards charitable work.
And Megan, we just talked about not wanting to fast forward through August and summer. We understand that, but there is one perk to Onondaga Lake Park. When the weather does turn and it becomes the holiday season, you guys know where I'm going with this one, right? It may only be August, but Christmas, believe it or not, is about 4.5 months away.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We love lights on the lake, though.
We do,
It is so great in this part of central New York, and that gets you thinking about that time of year. This year, the lights will run from November 15th until January 6th.
All right, so not just yet, but we will really look forward to that when Christmas time comes. Well, lights, camera, action. Liverpool really is the place to be when we're talking about making movies, right in the heart of this lakeside village. There's a wonderful school that opened here not too long ago. Filmmaker Jeremy Gerlach, best known in Hollywood for his writing work in The Hangover and The Wedding Ringer, found Syracuse Studios, formerly the Liverpool School of Cinema, in 2017, buying the former A.V. Zog Middle School in Liverpool for $1 million. He and his business partner Will Phelps formed production company American High to make high school-based comedies and other low-budget films. We caught up with Phelps shooting a scene at Shifty's Bar in Syracuse.
We try and shoot as much as we can in the high school, and we're also training a lot of local crew at the high school.
Well, the actual film school program plans to pick up steam this fall, working with local college students to fill 20 internship positions for the semester. So really exciting to see Hollywood coming to Central New York.
Absolutely. On that front, we've talked about it throughout the day, Megan. They had good weather when they were filming that here. But of course, today, this is what they call the Chamber of Commerce Day, right, Wayne?
Yeah, I think, Wayne, 10 for 10. You know, I mean, gosh, we really could not have asked for better weather here today.
Oh, boy, it's fantastic.
Coming up on NBC 3 News at 6, Megan and Nico.
Well, Lisa, bump, set, spike. We are taking it at beach volleyball at Sharky's tonight.
You know, former SU basketball star Ryan Blackwell is here as we talk about Liverpool sports. I think Brandon could use his help on the volleyball court tonight. We're going to see how that goes, right?
That's right. Much more as our live coverage from your town, Liverpool, continues right after this. Well, welcome back to our special live Your Town broadcast from Liverpool.
And when you think Liverpool, Sharky's, right on there at Route 57, you think about it all the time. In fact, I like to golf at Liverpool Golf and Country Club, and when you're right along, I believe it's the third, fourth hole, you can see Sharky's. It's a little loud, but it means everybody's having fun and, of course, playing a little beach volleyball.
All right, you know, I was a setter, actually, in high school. I believe it. So I know that beach volleyball, and we're going to see how Brandon can do it tonight. Brandon Roth is live at Sharky's, kicking it off with the beach volleyball tonight. I don't know, you think he's a setter or a spiker?
Oh, he's a spiker all the way.
I think he's a spiker, too. Hey, Brandon.
Hey guys, well, take a look here at the beach volleyball going on. This is a scene that you will see here just about every night of the week at Sharky's, a popular restaurant that is a little slice of Southern California beach life right here in Liverpool. Former pro beach volleyball player Jim Nichols grew up playing volleyball on the beaches of Southern California. So when Nichols moved to Central New York and opened Sharky's 7 years ago, he decided to bring the beach right here to Liverpool.
All my friends went to the beach. All my friends played volleyball. And those are the friendships that I had at the beginning of my life and I've had throughout my life. And so when I came to Central New York, I wanted to kind of get that same feel here.
There is plenty of beach feeling here at Sharky's. The popular restaurant has 12 outdoor sand volleyball courts that attract hundreds of players each week.
He's really gotten like volleyball built up in the area, but it's such a family-friendly area. Kids can come out, parents can come out, and everybody has fun. It's been wonderful.
Beach volleyball is one of the fastest growing sports in the country, and Nichols says Sharky's Shark Camps are a great way for younger players to learn to play the game.
The important thing for parents to realize is that it's never too young to have your kids start playing volleyball.
Nichols' sons Walker and Ben work and play volleyball right alongside him here, as does his wife, Kristen, who oversees the restaurant's staff and menu.
I moved to California after college and met Jim, and there's definitely a Southern California vibe here with our fish tacos and some of our fish tank and some other things. But just, yeah, this great beachy atmosphere.
1, 2, 3, cheers! Family is everything to Nichols. It's the reason he moved to Central New York from California, and it's the reason he works so hard to make Sharky's the kind of place where everyone knows your name.
I want to have people that come there and feel comfortable, like it was a day at the beach or at a family picnic, and that was the feeling that I wanted here, and that's what we have.
And Nichols is also the girls volleyball coach at Wells College, and over the years he has helped several players who started playing volleyball here at Sharky's earn college scholarships. One last point, it's not all great food and beach volleyball here at Sharky's. There also is a lot of live entertainment. My so-called band, 90s band, is playing tonight, and this weekend, tomorrow, is Victory for Vets, the 5th annual fundraiser that helps raise money for pet therapy dogs for veterans with PTSD. We're live at Sharky's in Liverpool. Guys, let's take it back to you.
I'll tell you what, one of these days, Brandon's going to have to be the athlete of the week of our sports department, right?
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Not bad at all. There's a lot more still to come live from Liverpool tonight.
Of course, coming up in sports in just a few minutes, we have the state champion Liverpool boys basketball team here celebrating what's special about this community in sports.
And I bet they are hungry. So guess what, guys? The retreat just showed up with all kinds of delicious food. So we're going to talk sports and let them dive into those delicious treats as our live coverage from Liverpool continues. Well, welcome back to our special Your Town Live broadcast from Liverpool tonight. This is a 2 thumbs up kind of night, Nico.
Absolutely. You can do anything you would ever want to around Central New York. Golf at Liverpool Country Club. Get out there on the rowing. It's awesome.
All right, let's go back to Wayne. He has a look at your forecast. And Wayne, we know this is going to be short and sweet. It's gorgeous out there.
It is certainly that right now, that's for sure. Okay, let's get right to it then.
Thank you, Wayne. We're back here in Liverpool. We're talking about sports when we come back and what makes this community special when it comes to the gridiron and on the basketball court. You're watching NBC3 News at 6 o'clock.
NBC3 Sports is sponsored by Carubba Collision.
Liverpool sports among the best in Central New York. Good evening, I'm Nico Tamurian at Your Town, Liverpool. Consider that Tim Green, the late Chris Gedney, both come from here. And when you talk about the gridiron, George Mantecaro and George O'Leary, both spending so much of their lives with the Liverpool Warriors. It's one of the things that makes Liverpool sports, especially the high school football team, they're special, so special. Now, this year's edition of the team, we were able to catch up with yesterday. This was video from last year, the 2018 team looking to build off that season. It was a playoff berth. But to Liverpool standards, they always want more. So the Warriors want to win more. That's always their motivation, but along with fighting for a teammate in a major medical battle.
I say there's been nights I couldn't really sleep. I'd always be thinking about it. Most of the team's really excited to play this year. Most of us as seniors, we want to go far. And we have high expectations.
And also we have a little motivation on our back with my best friend Elijah. He got diagnosed with cancer in February. So it's a big thing for us to finish the season for us.
Certainly our thoughts were with Elijah going forward. And joining us now, the Liverpool boys state championship basketball team. Guys, thanks for being with us. We have Coach Blackwell, of course. We have Kyle, Jake, and Kyle, and of course Coach Liedke at the end there. And Coach, I'll start with you, winning a New York State championship. This community certainly rallied around that. What was it like to see that support?
It was awesome to bring the first title, to Liverpool. Great history, great tradition. I have a lot of friends that I know, a lot of alumni that were just excited with a lot of pride that we brought the title back to Liverpool.
First thing, Kyle, obviously it's so difficult. There's so many great basketball teams in New York State. But after you won and you got back to school that Monday, I mean, that had to be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it felt really good. All the kids were coming up to me like, congratulations, and that. And yeah, it felt really good.
And as far as, listen, you guys are all back next year. Obviously, you lose some great players, Charles and Nas, but it's up to you now. It's your guys being the senior year this year. What does it mean to carry this legacy of a New York State championship?
I mean, we're just going to keep it going. I mean, we went 26-0 last year, so we're just going to try to keep that going, get the section chip again.
Absolutely. Now, we have to show full disclosure here. The retreat here in Liverpool is taking care of us. Megan, we'll bring you in here. We've got the chicken riggies, we've got the salad and the lamb. I think we got a state championship basketball team.
There has to be some kind of eye challenge, Nico, with this food here, you guys.
Well, who can eat something first, lamb before the riggies, right?
All right, so don't be shy, guys. Jump on in.
Dig on in.
I mean, listen to this. The lamb chops here, by the way, just to thirst your palate here. Garlic mashed potatoes, prosciutto-wrapped asparagus. So that sounds pretty good. Who likes the chicken riggies? I do. I mean,
Kyle's all about it, man.
All right, Kyle, get on in there, my friend. Fresh chicken tenderloins with all that deliciousness that goes with it, right? How is it?
We do fundraisers at Retreat all the time, so they're a huge supporter of ours.
Oh, that's so nice. How is it?
Good, it's good.
It's good. All right, who's going to be brave and try one of those lamb chops? All right, you want to try the salad? All right, this is strawberry blue salad, mixed spring greens here. This is their most popular salad, in fact. That's right. Take a big bite. Get on in there. Gosh, this is good.
Oh, that's great.
You guys are doing good.
He's going to have a mic in his face while he eats. What's the verdict?
It's pretty good.
All right, you're down there with the lamb chop. Let's see what we got here.
Come on, Jake. What do you got?
Come on, Jake.
Jake, you don't even have to use a fork and a knife. We'll just let you pick it up by the bone. All right,
He's going with the asparagus.
Very healthy.
He's eating lean.
Jake, your mom would be so proud of you. I'll try the salad. All right, there we go. They're getting
Coach is going for the lamb chop.
How is it, Coach?
Delicious.
Delicious.
Thank you guys so much for being with us. One of the special things about Liverpool, right?
All right, thank you guys so much for being here, and thanks to everybody for joining us for our special Your Town series live from Liverpool tonight. Have a great night. We'll see you at 11.